Lighthouse Interactive. Got to love that intro sequence. Yes, we are playing Delaware St. John Volume 3, the Seacliff Tragedy. It is a demo let's play that I'll be doing because I just finished the game and I really liked it, so I'm gonna show you a little bit about what the game is about. Now there is a tutorial that we can choose from, but it's very boring, so I think I will just go straight to a new game. Now there are two stories that you can choose from, the Protector, but we are not able to play that one, so everyone loves a clown, doesn't he?
You're already at the park. I guess speed limits mean nothing to you.
Those numbers on the signs along the road? Is that what those are? Where's Kelly?
Kelly? I think she stepped out for a bit. Not to worry though, I've got all of her notes right in front of me. Oh, bollocks.
Yeah, sounds like you have everything under control.
I just spilled coffee all over everything.
Glad I'm not there. Kelly's gonna flip.
Alright, here's the short version of what happened. Seacliff Amusement was built overlooking the Atlantic back in 1968. 4 years ago, it was shut down when the entire back half of the park collapsed, killing over 100 people. Investigators discovered a series of natural caves under the park and determined that they were the cause of the collapse.
You would think it's common sense not to build a roller coaster on top of hollow ground.
Apparently no one knew the caves were there when the park was built. The most recent park owner, Theodore Crandall, was found hanged in his house the same day of the incident, so the investigation met a premature closing.
Didn't they have land surveyors back then?
Well, somebody must have signed off on it, but I'm afraid there's no record of who. Oh, listen to this. 24 of the people who died were on the roller coaster. Right after it left the station, the park collapsed. They plummeted straight down into the ocean.
So much for a death-defying thrill ride. Alright, Simon. Thanks for the background info. I'm gonna take a look around.
That's a pretty good idea, because listening to this British bollocked nonsense is one of the reasons why I don't give this game a 10 out of 10. But we'll come to that in a moment, because the premise of this game, a sort of haunted, dilapidated, crumbling down theme park, is a great setting. It's a great setting. Silent Hill 3, one of my favorite games, is set in a theme park, and it does capture that eerie feeling quite well at some places, but unfortunately the game is broken down because of some of the gameplay elements and design choices. So here I am just showing you a few scenes.
That's the way out of the park, but I can't leave till I figure out what happened here.
That's our truck. Connect button that we can talk to Simon with, but we really don't want to. And the photo and record button, they are very underutilized because I actually only used them once, both throughout the whole game. So they're useless. They used to be a lot more prominent in the first two, but they're not in the third one, which I don't mind. Now the pointer, yeah, is something that we can discuss. Hotspots are difficult to find sometimes. Yeah, it's pixel hunting time for me. Anyway, it's pretty dark here. Bit too dark to see, I guess. So, what to do?
I'm gonna need some light. And of course I left my flashlight in the truck.
Yeah, this arrow actually makes you turn around. There we go. Which is kind of cool. But on the other hand, it's not. I'll talk about that a little bit more.
I was wondering how far you'd get before you remembered your flashlight.
Kelly, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be at the office with Sir Dorkalot.
Look, I've been ditched twice already, and it's not gonna happen again. Besides, Simon is more than capable of handling the research, and just because you have the visions, doesn't mean it's your case. We're partners, remember?
How could I forget?
The paranormal websites all say the activity is rampant around here. The cliffs back there gave way.
Yeah, I know. The cliff collapsed, taking half of the park and patrons with it. Simon already filled me in.
See, I told you he's more than capable of handling the research.
Look, you wanted to come out here, fine. I can't stop you, but we should split up. I don't need you cramping my style.
When did you get style to cramp? Fine, I'm not ready yet anyway. I need to set up some equipment. You go take a look around and then come back and let me have Vic.
Yeah, I think the interaction between the two characters is pretty good. It always has been, but unfortunately, this game was, I think it was just aimed at a broader audience and not so much the horror enthusiast like myself. And you know, you can see that in the cutscene. You know, imagine you being alone in a deserted fucking horror theme park, and you are grabbing for your flashlight in the back of the car, and someone pops out. Yeah, I would be fucking terrified, yeah. I would kick the living shit out of this person. But, you know, cool, collected Delaware. It's just, hey, what are you doing here? And that's, you know, kind of the theme that goes through this park. It's a lot of scares and a lot of things that could have been quite horrific are sort of numbed. Yeah, numbed. It's a good word, numbed. Anyway, let's see if we can go anywhere. Now that we got the light. I think this is a really cool feature, the map. You know, you are here, which is over there. There's a lot of other stuff that you can go to. It's I think the environment's it's big enough to get lost, especially with the hotspots not being too overly prominent, so yeah. I'll try and see if I can find some interesting things to show you.
Doesn't look like I'll be going this way.
I love that wheel in the back. Crashed down. And that's another wheel in the distance. But see that image? Yeah, that's a clown. There are plenty of them around. Very cool. Or creepy. What does Delaware think about all this?
The running theme is clowns. Couldn't they have chosen anything less creepy, like vampires?
Yeah, there is actually a scene in the game where these motherfuckers are chasing you, and it's... yeah, unfortunately it is not as scary as it was meant to be, but it is pretty good. And I'll tell you a little bit more about why it isn't as scary as it could be. Because the environments, they look great. The sound is good.
Doesn't look like I'll be going this way.
Although, you know, you get the same straight reply as the other exit. You know, could have just done another take, say it again, just slightly different, add it in, wouldn't cause too much trouble. Anyway, I like the shot.
I know it's just an illusion, but I feel like it's looking right at me.
Yeah, and just imagine this game being in 3D. You know, that's probably the reason why I don't give this game a higher score, because it's just a little bit too static.
It's all boarded up. Doesn't look like I can get in right now.
Yeah, it's just a bit boarded up. Anyway, we're going to move over this corner here to meet someone.
Is someone there? Whatever it was, my flashlight scared it off.
Yeah, I know, he is Delaware St. John, he isn't afraid of anything, but, you know, to be honest, that was pretty scary. And you'll be encountering a lot of these shadow people around, and you have to point your flashlight and click on them, and then they disappear, which is, you know, it could have been so much scarier if that was real-time 3D. and everything. But I'll keep going on it for a couple more minutes and then I'll shut up. But it's yeah, it's just numbing. Anyway, let's get to the gate. Yeah, the staticness of things. As you can see, this is your flashlight, just just pointing at a direction, and it works in games like Darkfall, which I believe is also from Lighthouse Interactive, and I enjoyed it very much. But it doesn't seem to work for this game, which was released somewhere in 2000, I think. 2007. Yeah, it's a shame.
Delaware, how are things going?
Simon, I just had an encounter with something. It looked like a shadow, but with glowing eyes.
Shadow people? Here?
Shadow people? Whatever it was, it made me feel like I was gonna pass out.
It's a theory that remaining energy, or memories of a deceased person, are what creates ghosts. But shadow people aren't human. They're actually demons that prey on human life force.
They seem to be allergic to light.
Yes, they are. You can scare them away with bright light and they won't be able to reappear for a while. Just be careful. If one is around too long, it could drain your energy to the point of unconsciousness.
Ah, so that feeling wasn't just me.
Also, there's something I forgot to tell you.
You mean about the Crandall family home being in the park? Yeah, I got that. It seems someone left a light on for me.
A light on? Well, that's not too odd, considering the park is still receiving electricity. Theodore Crandall's brother took over the property, and as a measure to keep vandals out, he kept the electricity on. I'm sure most of the rides are turned off manually, but all of the park lights are powered. That should make it a bit easier for you.
Thanks for the heads up, Simon. I'm gonna check out the Crandall house.
Oh, and Delaware, do you think you could...
Don't ask me to get a picture of shadow people.
Right then. Alright, I'll let you carry on.
I mean, we got the whole interface showing that we need to take photos, but, we're not gonna do that. Oh, yeah, Simon, I don't know. I don't think he was in the original game, but I never liked him, and now I realize why, because he is just explaining away every kind of mystery or horror suspense moment that there is. There's a light burning, yeah, in an abandoned theme park in the middle of the night, but it's because of the electricity is on, run by blah blah blah. I don't really want to know that if I wanted to be suspensed in any way, not in animation. But anyway, we're going to have a look at this door, trapdoor, side door.
There's gotta be a way to get this chain off.
There is. But before we do that, I'm gonna point out one of my pet peeves in adventure games. Looking at a lock.
It's locked.
No, it's not locked. It is a lock. Of course it's locked. There's a lock on the door. Why are you repeating what I see? I hate that. Anyway, what do I do like? I do like a lot of things about this game.
Can't go that way.
No, this is the part that you can't participate in. The full park is pretty big. I got lost many times, just because of the directional errors, really. Just to find this little alley took me like ages.
This ladder's seen better days. It's in no condition to be climbed.
Yep, we need to take that.
This metal rung came off the ladder.
No, yeah, I saw that happening. Explaining away, as you do. So we need to use this on that chain, as you might have already guessed. Yeah, what else out there to tell about the game? It's the puzzles are pretty good, pretty obvious, and some, pixel hunting and object finding quests are in there. But in overall, it's quite decent, are the puzzles, and quite lengthy as well. You can play both as Delaware and Kelly, I believe her name is, and they both have, you know, their own adventures, and I enjoyed it. But as I pointed out, it could have been so much scarier. There is actually quite a lot of dark material in there, dead children, some gruesome stuff. But anyway, that's it for now. The end of the demo has been reached. I hope you enjoyed playing. I hope you enjoy playing this game as much as I did my post-review commentary, which I suck at, as you can hear. Thank you. Bye bye.